and welcome back, guys, to another video here at the Middle Shelf Book Club. Today's video is going to be a collaboration video with my girl Ashley over at Dash of Home here on YouTube. So yeah, be sure to check out her video. Ashley is a homeschooling working, I want to say full-time working homeschooling mama, I think. Ash, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But I think that's what it is. And she's amazing. She is going to be sharing all the tips and tricks on what to do or what her family does during the summer months for summer schooling, during homeschool, you know, all the things. And it is a collaboration video, so there is going to be a playlist link down below with all the other mamas that are joining in on this collaboration. Thank you, Ashley, again for allowing me to be a part of this. I am so sorry. I'm like 2 weeks late. This mom has been running on Hawaiian time. I don't know what's going on with me, you guys, but yeah, go ahead and get you a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a comfy seat, and let's just talk homeschool today. Don't judge me. This is my Santa cup. Yes, it is, and I got like 2 sips of coffee left. You can't even, it's there. This is my Santa cup in the middle of May. Yes, ma'am, it is. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. So, for those of you that are new to this channel, I don't know if I said this already. Hi, I'm Shantae. Nice to meet you. I am a second-year homeschooling mama to 4 amazing kids. I love them so much. I love them so much. No, just kidding. I really do love them so much. 4 kiddos. I have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Yeah, so we're always busy. And the way that we homeschool is we are year-round homeschoolers. What does that mean? Well, in the state of Washington, it doesn't matter the style of homeschooling that we do. I need to homeschool for a total of 36 weeks, which is a total of 180 days, if I did that math correctly. Yes. So the way that I plan it, when I'm planning our year, I try to keep in mind any vacations that we might want to take during certain months, and try to kind of calculate, you know, like, oh, we want to go on a week vacation here or a month vacation back home in Hawaii, that sort of thing. So for us, we can really kind of do whatever we like, because schooling for year-round homeschoolers doesn't stop. We don't follow the typical like school schedule, the district school schedule. So usually we are starting school earlier than the public school students start here in Washington, and then we finish earlier, but that allows me time and it gives me a little bit of a buffer of an extra month or so, a little over a month. Yeah, so like 6 weeks, in case I have to make up time, whether that be we got sick, or we had a longer vacation than anticipated, or we had too many off days, you know, whatever it may be. It gives me a nice cushion on the back end of things for me to be able to make up that time and document it. So, fun fact, sorry guys, I have a lot of hair. There's just hair everywhere. Okay, so, for the state of Washington, we are not required to record keep. However, I still try to do that. I still try to keep a record of the things that we did throughout the week. So every day we kind of do like a back plan, and that's just me kind of writing down all the things that we did that day. Whether it be our read aloud, we read pages blah 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 to blah blah blah, or we read chapters blank to blank, our Bible studies, our unit studies, our math, language arts, that sort of stuff. I just try to jot down very briefly all the things that we did for each day. Now, during the summer months, it's a little tricky. So here in Washington, so like last year, for example, we were outside all the time. It's warm here, and okay, no, the weather here is very wonky. So when it is warm out, you need to take advantage of it. When the sunshine is out, you need to take advantage of it. So during the summer months, we are typically out at the lake. We are doing unit studies in regards to like the ecosystems, like fish life cycles, that sort of stuff. And there's so many places in Washington for us to adventure that we still have not done. So we really take it upon ourselves to just kind of slow down and be outdoors as much as possible and just be in nature. It doesn't always happen. You know, there are times where like we're just being homebodies, but we really do try to just take it slower. Do we stop schooling? No. My kiddos are always reading. That is something that is like a daily, it's not even, it's a requirement, but it doesn't feel like a requirement because my kiddos and I just absolutely adore reading. We love books. We are a family of book dragons. So yeah, reading is a constant. Bible studies, I would like to make more of a constant in our everyday lives, that sort of thing. And then unit studies. Unit studies have been my saving grace, especially during the warmer months when we can use unit studies like our gardening unit studies, botany from The Good and the Beautiful. That's the one that we are currently on. And then we have like animal kingdoms. And then we also have like insects and spiders and all of those different unit studies. And I don't only use The Good and the Beautiful. I will use a lot of unit studies that you can find either free or on Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. So I try to do my research, and usually I am being led by one of my kiddos. So if they are sparking and if they're showing an interest in a unit study or a particular subject, I'll try to find a unit study to go along with that, and reading and books that go along with that for us to just kind of dip our feet in. And if it's something they're really into, we'll follow that rabbit hole. Then we also do, this year anyway, we are also going to be keeping up with our language arts and our math. I really don't see us stopping it. We're in a pretty good groove and routine. And I noticed that when we take long times off, whether it be 3 weeks or a month, it's really hard for us to get back into the rhythm, you know, the groove of things. So I like to just go ahead and minimize that if possible. Even if we're keeping it light, like me just giving them a worksheet, a quick worksheet, or doing flashcards or whatever it may be, just to keep them on their toes, because what I don't want is for us to take a break, to come back and then be completely overwhelmed and frustrated with, I don't remember how to do this and now I got to relearn it again. So again, we'll be keeping up with our math and that sort of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I really want my kiddos this summer, because we're going to be able to visit, we're going to be able to go back home to Hawaii, which I'm so excited for. So we'll be able to be at the beach, we'll be able to be around family, and y'all don't even know, my homeschooling mama heart just goes pitter patter, because all of the unit studies that we can do, like not only could we do a unit study on oceans, you know, and tide pools and the creatures inside the ocean and tide pools, we can also do unit studies on, like, you know, our culture, our Hawaiian heritage, and learning about our history and just going on excursions. Oh, I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited. And another thing that we're going to be doing when we're back home is keeping up with our journaling. So having my kiddos take a journal back home, having them take a sketchbook, and having them just continuously working on, I don't know, drawing little pictures or picking up their journal and just writing down something that they enjoyed for that day. Another thing that we would like to do, which is actually an idea from one of my amazing boss babe homeschooling gurus. She's my best friend. Her name's Kavaya Quinn. But she is literally my life coach, and I'm so thankful for her. But she is an out-of-the-box thinker when it comes to homeschooling. She's an OG. She's been doing it for dang near a decade. She's got 5 kids. She also has a podcast. For all of you that don't know about it, it is the Homeschooling Entrepreneur Mom. And I highly recommend you checking out her podcast, because she's amazing. Like, she's just amazing. And so one of the things she had recommended to me when we went back home in October, which I did not do and I regret it, was having the kiddos write down questions and interviewing their grandparents and their great-grandparents and their cousins, and just recording those interviews, like making a little documentary, if you will, of my kiddos doing those interviews, and then also you know, making a little iMovie and burning some CDs and then giving those as gifts. I think that that's a really cool idea for them to learn how to conduct an interview, how to ask questions or what questions to ask. And just kind of having them interacting with family members so that they can record, their lifestyles. Yes, I'm going to answer that. Un momento, por favor, please. Sorry guys, that was my man. Okay, yeah, so again, interviews, reading, keeping up with like sentences, you know, writing paragraphs, really we're honing in on the basics. And just making sure that their foundation, so their writing foundation, which would be again, you know, like grammar, spelling, sentence structure, making sure that all of those things are built up well and continued, making it an effort to continuously do those things. So that's kind of our plans for this year's summer. Again, it doesn't always look the same. This year's summer, not routine, but plans look a lot different than last year, because last year we didn't go home. We were here in Washington and we did a lot of, again, nature unit studies, that sort of thing. So that's kind of like all that I have to share with you guys. I hope that that helps. I know that every homeschooling family does it a little bit differently. But we're in a really good groove right now with our homeschool kind of like rhythm, that I am so adamant on not breaking it, but at the same time I want to enjoy being home and I don't want to stress out about like, did you do your math today, you know? So I'm gonna really have to come up with some fun ways to still incorporate a daily rhythm for homeschooling, whether that be like a quick power hour, or you know, the kids can do it in smaller increments so that they can still enjoy being kids back home in Hawaii, because it's summer, you know, and cousins are out and all those things. So if you guys have any recommendations on a way that I could, like, I don't know, stay organized, I'm really thinking about using like either Asana or Trello to try to make some boards. I know that I say that now and I could be biting off more than I can chew, but I need to do something so I can stay on top of things and have it recorded for myself. And yeah, that's all that I have today. Again, if you have any recommendations, any resources that you guys would like to share with me, knowing that we're going home to Hawaii, please go ahead and leave them down below. I would be so appreciative. I absolutely love when you guys talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like to consider joining us here, do it, girl. Hit that subscription button. I mean, come on, join the family. Yeah, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.